Okay, so I want to spend some time this morning close guard bottom and working with, again, the principle of distance. Finding the distance so that I can operate as the bottom guy. We've spent a lot of time with him as top guy on what he needs to do to control the space, to control the distance, to not get swept, to not get submitted, and to not let me stand up. So before we leave the distance principle, let's take a look at bottom close guard. And this is coming right out of Hodger Gracie's playbook. Yeah. So we're going to operate, and I'm going to title this the best grips for close guard bottom. These are what should be first in your mind to attain, and that is a cross collar, and we want to go deep. And then let me have that hand right there. No, the other one. And then a cross sleeve. This is what we want to gain. Now, how you gain that will be up to you based on how he's reacting. But these grips will allow us to control the distance and to keep him in that perfect position to attack him. And that is that 45-degree angle. And we're going to be able to armbar him from there. We're going to be able to cross-collar choke him from there. We're going to be able to hit triangles from there. Sweeps, whatever we want, because he's in this perfect distance for us to operate. But if I don't have these grips and he's playing back here like this, okay, then he has posture and he has structure. If he's smothering me and he's controlling my arms and he's down here like this, controlling my arms, okay, well now he's super close to me and it's difficult for me to operate. So we're finding that perfect distance. Sometimes in a live go, you might find that lapel first, and then we can feed it, ratchet it up. You get that first, and then you gain that sleeve. Other times, you might have to gain the sleeve first. You get here first, hand it off. Use that knee pull that we've talked about, pulling in with those knees and getting that cross collar and walking those grips up and getting to here. Notice that my elbow is over the top of his. As he frames on me to try to push away, this elbow over the top of his will break him down if he goes over the top. So this is what we don't want to do. Go ahead and make a grip on my gi with your, with that hand. Yeah. So if he's over the top of me, he's going to dominate the gripping exchange because he's able to frame away with this, and I'm going to be ineffective. So again, the idea is here and here, dropping that elbow down to break his structure, to break his posture, using that knee pull here, and this is where we're going to operate. So before I show you guys anything else on this, I want you to see what you can come up with on your own without me saying, here's what you can do. So with your partner, start in this perfect position. Deep collar grip, cross cuff grip here, your elbow on top of theirs, and then go. And play around a little bit, work your attacks, and then switch with your partner, let them go, and just kind of flip-flop back and forth with that for a few minutes, and then I'll show you some specific things that we can look for from this gripping exchange. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Cross collar, cross cuff. Sometimes, let's kind of go semi-live here. Boom, boom. Sometimes we're using that knee pull. We're able to sneak a hand in, and then I feed. I get up here, and then I gain that cross collar or that cross cuff grip. Other times he keeps knocking my hands away. I'm not able to get that. I'm not able to get that. Look at, boom, I get this first. Okay, and then I start sneaking in for there. My elbow goes over the top of his. We're not going to be out here like this with a wide elbow here, because now there's nothing stopping his elbow from pulling back, and he's pretty strong there. He's pretty strong pulling straight back like that. So I want to block it in there like that. Have 2 points of connection to keep that arm put. All right, so now once we have these grips, now we need to maneuver into a better position. Fastest way to go from point A to point B is a straight line. So here's what we're going to do. Boom. Up there like that. Okay, I'm not going to put the foot on the hip and walk over here like this. I'm just going to go here. I'm going to catch that high guard, that top lock. All right, and now from here I can control the distance. If he tries to squish me and come into me, that's what this hand is for. This hand here controls that distance. Now I can wrap, throw that leg over, and there's my tap. If he tries to pull away from me here, I can maintain that distance. And leg goes over. So, cross cuff, cross collar, elbow down, legs come up, top lock. If he pushes us in, we push away, and then leg comes down. Finish there. If he's trying to pull away from us, we're pulling him in with the knees, and then leg comes over. Just one more thing as a general rule, if your feet are not crossed, if you're just independent with your feet, squeeze your knees together, bring them in close. If you want to cross your ankles, which is fine, it's not wrong to cross your ankles, your knees need to go wide. And this is real effective once you get this leg over the head. If he's starting to come into you, of course we have this arm to push him away. But if we wanted to double up on this hand and he's starting to come into us here, we can cross, we can flare the knees, and that manages that distance there. Okay, give that a try. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You don't have to sit on the wall, but if you could make kind of a big circle around me here, we're going to. I'm gonna try something. We're all gonna kind of try something. You're gonna all take a turn with me, and I get to start with the cross collar, cross sleeve grip. That's the starting position. If I lose those grips, then you win. Congratulations. Now, if I'm attacking you and I choose to let go of those grips, but I'm still attacking you with a viable threat, then we keep going until I either win that exchange or you win that exchange. So that's how you win, by nullifying my closed guard with that cross sleeve, cross collar grip, or if I am able to capitalize on those grips and win. So we'll start at the bottom here. Nice, come on in. All right, so I get to have this, and I get to have this. Go. Oh yeah, we're starting here, Jody. Get that ponytail out of the way. Jeez.
You can grab it.
You can grab it.
It's okay.
It's a grip.
It's a grip.
Go.
Yeah.
You can always add short hair, but we do this.
Yeah, it'll be short whether I want it or not.
Yeah.
job. Who's next? I'm ready.
No.
Go.
Yeah, I would like you to have that arm.
Real quick, come back. I don't know if you guys saw that. This is, you know, the side that we normally think we're going to armbar. She did a good job defending it. Stack me this way like you did. Bring that other arm in though. Okay? So I switched off to the other side there. Go.
So much arm.
Okay, John.
That's good, Ari.
Go. Good. Watch. So what did John do? Immediately, look at this hand. Do that again. Circles, strips. Do it again. Circles, strips. Well done. Nathan. Go.
Nice.
Good. And stop. What did he do? Circles. Good. And I lost the cross cuff. That's the game we're playing. If I lost the cross collar, cross cuff, you won. Good. So, you know, if the game was going to continue, you, in my position, go ahead and do that. You need to switch. Maybe it's just there. Maybe you got to switch. I was only working my left hand lapel. This is something you're going to want to get good on both hands. Go ahead and do that what you did. Boom. We switch in.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to be effective from both sides. That was great. Good job, guys. Okay, so now we're going to go back into live rolls. Go back into live rolls and utilize these concepts. Look for follow-ups. Your go-to is going to be that arm bar, but like you saw, it can be the other arm. There's going to be triangles there, especially as they try to retract that arm. You're going to find triangles there a lot. So be looking for those triangles, looking for sweeping opportunities as they overreact to what you're doing. Look for to tip them, which is essentially what happened to you. So keep that in mind. If that was a tournament, I swept you.
I probably would have tried to sit in the legs then.
Yeah. So just keep that in mind that, you know, if you're in that top position and you have to concede that top and go bottom, that was a sweep. Okay, it's not the end of the world by any means, but you know, it is a small victory, I guess. Okay, so let's question.
Just in terms of distance management and how this falls into the last flash training distance management and how this falls into like the last 3 weeks of instruction, like from guard bottom, I feel like it's a lot of like in this position, it's a lot of tension. It's either push or pull. It's never neutral.
Yeah.
Is that really the principle that you're trying to dictate from the bottom what the distance is, as opposed to having someone else dictate it for you?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, again, this is, you know, we've covered this a lot in distance management from this guy here. What does he need to do to be effective, to not let me stand up, to not let me sweep him, and to not let me submit him? And we've covered this in great detail to manage this distance. And so my job as bottom guy now is to manage that space so that I can operate and put him in that perfect position where we're here. He's at this 45-degree angle. Okay. This is where I'm going to be most effective to do whatever it is I want to do. So, you know, with that in mind, there's knee pressure. We're squeezing in with our knees. And by the way, that's way more important than crossing your ankles. You know, we think that holding somebody in is locking those ankles. That's the least important. What's the most important is the knee pressure. Okay, I can be independent with my ankles as long as I have good knee pressure and I'm walking up and getting this high angle. Okay, and I'm managing the distance so that I can have room to operate and do what I want to do. All right. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. every group roll for the camera here, we'll do a focus roll. So let's go Nathan and Ari for this one. Okay, so you guys will, because we're focusing on close guard bottom distance management, do paper, rock, scissor, and see who gets to pick the starting position. So go ahead, battle it out.
1, 2, 3, 6.
Okay, so Nathan, do you want to be top or bottom?
I'll be bottom.
Okay, so this is the starting position, but the
Guess I
game
played bad.
goes until I say stop or there's a submission. Slap bump, and all right, slap bump, ladies. Let's go. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Okay, paper, rock, scissor. Paper, rock, scissor. Okay, Anne-Marie, top or bottom? Bottom. Top or bottom?
Bottom.
Bottom, sounds good. Sounds good.
Do the same thing, John.